God doesn't want us near temptation. In Proverbs 7, it's the warning of the adulteress, and Solomon personifies temptation and the situation we usually go through with it. And in this story, he's telling us about a young man who is lacking sense, who passes by her house, meaning he is spiritually unwise, and he thinks he is strong enough to take on this temptation, so he's flirting with it. And when does he do this? It says he does it in the twilight, in the evening, and at the time of night and darkness, when no one is going to be watching, is when this boy passes by the house of temptation. And a lot of us do this, where we put ourselves in situations where we're flirted with temptation, but we think we're strong enough to take it on. But here's what happened next. It says, "And behold, the woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute, willy of heart. She is loud and wayward. Her feet do not stay at home." So what is it saying? It's saying that temptation is now going to be persistent and consistent to try to get you to fall into it. It is going to just not attack you, but persuade you. It then says, she seizes him and kisses him with bold face. She says to him, "I had to offer sacrifices, and today I've paid my vows. So now I've come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and I have found you." So temptation is bold, forward, and it's appealing to your senses. It then goes on to say, "I have spread my couch with coverings, colored linens from Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love." So Solomon here is showing us what temptation does. It's going to present something that appeals to our comfort, our desires, and our pleasures. And what does it also do? It shows that this is going to be an act of love, when in reality, it's the counterfeit of love. And next goes into saying, "For my husband is not home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag full of money with him. At full moon, he will come home." So what does temptation try to do? It tries to tell you, who's going to see this anyway? Nobody's going to know about the act we are doing. You're going to get your pleasure. You're going to get your fill. And don't even worry about the outside world, because they have no clue what's about to go on. It then goes to say, "With much seductive speech, she persuades him. With her smooth talk, she compels him." Notice how that it's after she convinces him that no one's going to see it is when he finally goes into it. It's like, oh yeah, I guess no one will see it. That's what was holding him back in the first place. And now that she has brought it up and he's thought about it, he's like, yeah, no one will see it. I'm going to go and do this. Now Solomon ends this story by saying, "All at once he follows her, as an axe goes to the slaughter, or a stag is caught fast till an arrow pierces its liver. As a bird rushes into a snare, he does not know that it will cost him his life." So what seemed harmless in the beginning now has led to his death. And sin always promotes pleasure, but in reality, it's going to cause destruction. Solomon then gives a heartfelt plea to the reader and says, "And now, O sons, listen to me and be attentive to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways, and do not stray into her paths." Notice how in the beginning of the story, he says that a young man was passing along the streets near her corner, taking the road to her house. So he was flirting with temptation. Now Solomon is saying, don't even